For David Weinberger, the trouble with organizing things is due to the fact that physical objects can only occupy one space at a time and human capabilities are limited. That is what Weinberger believes led to the frustration of users of all organizational systems. Everything is organized. It is argued that the world is miscellaneous or disorderly, and all we keep trying to do is change its natural disorder. Weinberger wants his readers to see the beauty of being miscellaneous. If we get rid of this idea of controlling the world, we can more easily find things we like and enjoy. Weinberger specially tackles the organization of information. He argues that there is a second and third order of organization. Second order organization is a man made system of classification with physical and theoretical limitations. Third order systems are open to be organized by us or together as a community with limited authority. Third order organization offers millions of ways to categorize things and millions of ways to find connections. This third order system is offered by the new digital world. In the digital world, we can tag an item in as many ways as possible because there isn't a physical limitation. A photo of a Civil War era soldier eating a lunch can be filed under soldier, sandwich, Civil War, 1800s, etc. However, if that photo is in a physically limited library, it can only be labeled under a few categories. This is troublesome for Weinberger because this means that many people who would want to discover this photo would likely miss it in a library. He argues that information wants to be miscellaneous as well as free. Miscellaneous disorder works because it allows communities of people with different ideas of how to organize things a million ways to organize and find them. What is most impressive about Everything is Miscellaneous are the examples that Weinberger uses to make his case against outdated organizations. He takes the time to describe the way specific organizational systems were constructed just to bulldoze them over. Much of the book is composed of citations because the amount of research that he put into this book. It's clear that David Weinberger did his research and knows his stuff. Before Melville Dewey's Dewey Decimal System, books were organized by size, and finding a book at the library required a professional. The Dewey Decimal System raised the idea of a universal cataloging of books and expressed Dewey's love of decimals. However, as future librarians and book organizers realized, his system undermined religions because his view was based upon Christianity. Ranganathan, an Indian librarian, later developed the colon classification system. This was a man described in the Trees Without Paper section as someone whose daily schedule was so predictable that a burglar once scheduled a 15-minute incursion. But even his sophisticated classification system, which was an improvement from the Dewey Decimal System, is limited because of its physical shortcomings. Carl Linus came up with the order for classifying species, animal, plants. His system is easy to teach, but Weinberger used the term caged the animal kingdom to imply the trap of trying to categorize life. The issue is that classification of species is highly complex, since there are a number of ways to categorize the plant and animal kingdom. Do we go by how they appear, if they can fly, what do they eat, if they can swim, skin, hair types, etc. It's a headache. I believe Weinberger uses examples like these to let the reader know that even the most logical and well thought of organizational systems are inadequate. This is true even when they are developed by the most anal retentive individuals and then revised over time with information and more advanced technology. Modern companies and organizations that have made good use of digital miscellaneous disorder are also explained and examined in this book. Amazon is noted for being able to make suggestions for its customers based upon their interests and history. Weinberger is glad that Amazon uses the third order system and understands that it is just as important to help customers discover things of interest to them not just to stumble upon them or find just what they were looking for. Amazon is able to do this because it is always taking input from customers and enabling others to add information. This produces happy customers. Wikipedia is also a special case of the third order. How can an encyclopedia, even if it is online, be open to be edited by any Tom, Dick, and Harry? It's unheard of. This is a third order phenomenon where everyone has authority. It can be effective as information is updated regularly and easy to find. However, having no real regulation has led to Robert Kennedy's pallbearer being noted as a part of the assassination of JFK and Robert Kennedy, and other examples of misinformation which are unfounded. I enjoyed this book. Readers can easily get the feeling that Weinberger is one of the organizational minds he spends the book talking about. In the opening pages of the Laws of the Jungle Book chapter, Weinberger states that I'm ashamed to say I sometimes empty the dishwasher of all its contents, and except for those in the silverware basket, hoping that my wife will do it. He then spends the next 5 pages explaining his technique for putting away plates and various kitchenware. You know that he appreciates the pains people like Dewey and Lioness went through to make our world easier to navigate, but he isn't afraid to point out their shortcomings. Weinberger offers another organization that he feels trumps theirs, and that's Miscellaneous Digital Disorder. The book is full of stories, which makes the reading easier and more entertaining, and it makes it easier to get through the philosophy. It speaks a lot of Aristotle, which was completely lost on me. However, I would recommend this book for those who like order and disorder.